Hi everyone, I'm Christopher Thornycroft with Redwood Logistics and welcome to the Redwood Rundown for the week before Christmas 2024. We are here, we are at the holiday. Yes, the market's going crazy. No, we can't find trucks. We're doing the best that we can. Everything is on service and contract freight and getting that freight taken care of, taking care of our customers. What's happening out there in the spot market? Yes, it's picking up, and that is not going to slow down next week. What is happening is that intermodal service is no longer able to meet the deadlines that freight has in order to ship, and that tender rejection index has shot over 5%. That's the highest we've been at since going back to February of 2002, and no coincidence at all. That is moving freight over into the over-the-road space. As we've talked about throughout this year, intermodal and private fleet has slowed down the for-hire space. Well, when freight moves from intermodal to over-the-road, it doesn't move from intermodal to private fleet. It moves from intermodal to for-hire, and we are now seeing dry van tender rejections increase at a really high rate. Dry van tender rejections up over 8%. Those will continue to climb. Long haul over the road at 11.36%, and then everything else continuing as well. We knew this was happening. We knew this was going to happen for the holiday. The question is, how far does this continue? So one thing to keep in mind is that a lot of the pressure out there in the market is in that food and beverage sector. Why? Because Christmas and New Year's are hard cuts that freight has to get there for those holidays, because if you are going to go to the store and spend your money on that beef Wellington that hopefully you're making, maybe at home, if we're going to have that for our Christmas dinner, you have to be able to buy that. So there's a lot of pressure on food and beverage right now, and food and beverage has been going through a little bit of an uptick. You saw new orders up in the expansion territory for food and beverage for November. So if you're looking at customers that really have the spotlight on them, that's a big one over there. We can think that that will continue throughout next week. It is likely that you are going to continue to see rates continue through the end of the year as well. Why is that? Because private fleet has been suppressing that for higher demand. Well, what happens between Christmas and New Year? I can tell you what doesn't happen for me, but no, for theoretically, what happens is that people take time off, right? So if people are taking time off, what happens is that private fleet drivers take time off. They're regular human beings. So they will take a lot of time off, and that will push more freight over into the for-hire space. So the two big suppressors of the spot market have really been intermodal and private fleet. And with those now in their own, having their own issues, that all of a sudden pushes that freight into the for-hire, which pushes up the spot market, which has been rising. By the way, did you know that tender rejections have been up over 2023 and 2022 for October, November, and now December? That's 3 consecutive months going back year over year, 2 years. The DAT spot rates have been up for 6 consecutive year over year months. Yes, we're including December because that's a done deal. And that's just an indicator that yes, this market is changing. It is a supply-driven change. So it is a slow change, but it is changing. For some of you, that's a lump of coal in your stocking. For some of you, that's a present under the tree. Whoever you may be, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Take care, everyone. We'll talk to you next week.